Have you ever wondered where Halloween comes from and why we celebrate it the way we do? Let's dive in. The roots of Halloween can be traced back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. This was a time marking the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter. The Celts believed that during Samhain, the veil between the living and the dead was at its thinnest. To protect themselves from wandering spirits, they would light bonfires and dress in costumes, often made from animal skins and heads. Now let's talk about the Druids. These were the priestly class of the ancient Celtic religion, often associated with practices of the occult. They were key figures in Celtic society and were involved in various rituals, including those related to Samhain. The Druids, along with the Celtic people, participated in Samhain celebrations, lighting bonfires, wearing costumes, and even practicing divination to foretell the future. The name Halloween itself comes from All Hallows' Eve, the night before All Saints' Day, a Christian holiday. The introduction of All Hallows' Eve was an attempt by the Church to Christianize existing pagan festivals as Christianity spread through Celtic regions. This connection between Samhain and the Christian holiday played a significant role in the evolution of Halloween. Many of our modern Halloween traditions, such as costumes, jack-o'-lanterns, and elements of the supernatural, can be traced back to this blending of Celtic and Christian traditions. So, while Halloween may seem like a night filled with candy and costumes, its roots go deep into history, intertwining with ancient spiritual beliefs and practices. So, Halloween's roots are steeped in ancient Celtic traditions, but how did it evolve into the holiday we know today? Stay tuned as we explore this fascinating journey in the next scene. As Christianity spread, it began to influence and reshape existing pagan festivals, including Samhain. All Hallows' Eve, the eve of All Saints' Day, was introduced as a time to honor Christian saints. This night, filled with reverence for all the holy men and women, was a stark contrast to the ancient Celtic festival. But here's where the name Halloween comes into play. It's derived from All Hallows' Eve, hallow being an older form of holy. So, Halloween is essentially the eve of a holy day in the Christian calendar. This connection to Christianity has led to a spectrum of perspectives among Christians. Some view Halloween as a harmless festivity, a chance to dress up, have fun, and engage in community activities. Others, however, see it as a holiday with pagan roots that clashes with their faith. With the Christian influence, Halloween began to take on a new form, yet it retained many of its ancient customs. In Scotland and Ireland, Halloween customs are deeply rooted in their Celtic past and Christian influences. A fascinating practice is guising, where children dress in costume and perform tricks, songs, or recitations in exchange for treats or coins. This tradition harks back to the times when people would disguise themselves to ward off wandering spirits during Samhain. Another unique custom is carving neep lanterns. Instead of pumpkins, the Scots and Irish would hollow out and carve turnips, creating eerie faces to scare away evil spirits. This practice evolved into the modern tradition of carving jack-o'-lanterns during Halloween. The lingering influence of the Druids may also be seen in these customs. The Druids, the priestly class in ancient Celtic societies, were known for their rituals and celebrations during Samhain. These customs, carried by Scottish and Irish immigrants, have largely shaped Halloween as we know it today in many parts of the world. Despite its historical roots and perceived darkness, not all Christians view Halloween the same way. Some, informed by Bible passages like Ephesians 5:11, choose to distance themselves from the holiday, seeing its focus on the supernatural and the macabre as incompatible with their faith. They view the celebration as a tacit endorsement of darkness and the occult, which contradicts their values of light, truth, and righteousness. On the other hand, there are Christians who see Halloween as an opportunity to be a light in a world fascinated by darkness. They may choose to participate in community events, hand out treats, or even use the occasion to share their faith in a non-confrontational way. They argue that, as Christians, they are called to engage with the world, not retreat from it. As we approach Halloween, it's a time for reflection on how we engage with this holiday, keeping in mind its historical roots and the diversity of perspectives. As Christians, it's important to guide our actions by the Word of God. This is especially true during times like Halloween, when the focus on the supernatural and the macabre can seem at odds with our faith. Given the historical roots of Halloween, it's crucial to consider its implications. While the holiday has evolved over centuries, it's undeniable that its origins lie in pagan rituals. Today, many aspects of Halloween can seem like harmless fun, carving pumpkins, dressing up in costumes, and going door to door for candy. But these customs have their roots in practices that were meant to ward off evil spirits and honor the dead. For many Christians, this connection to paganism can't be ignored. Therefore, some argue that it's advisable for Christians to avoid this celebration as much as possible. Instead of participating in traditional Halloween activities, they might choose to spend the day in prayer, attend church services, or participate in alternative events that align more closely with their faith. In the end, it's about making choices that align with our faith and values. Let's remember this as we approach the season of Halloween. It's not about judgment or fear, but about understanding our history, our faith, and making thoughtful decisions about how we engage with the world around us.